Hello and welcome to Arsenal Stage News, your go-to destination for daily Arsenal updates, transfer rumors, tactical insights, and match build-up from inside and outside the Emirates Stadium as the Gunners continue to plan aggressively for both the present and the future. Mikel Arteta has reportedly made a direct and personal request to the Arsenal board to seriously explore the signing of Premier League standout Marc Guehi as the club sharpens its strategy ahead of the upcoming summer transfer window. Arsenal's recruitment model remains firmly focused on long-term squad development, with an emphasis on identifying market opportunities that deliver elite quality without forcing the club into inflated transfer fees. As the Gunners aim to sustain their push at the top end of the Premier League table, senior figures at the club have been closely tracking contract situations across the division, with free agent deals viewed internally as a smart and efficient way to add proven talent while preserving financial flexibility. One such opportunity has emerged with Guehi entering the final 6 months of his Crystal Palace contract, and according to Football Transfers, Arteta is a huge admirer of the England international, believing his leadership, composure, and ball-playing ability would make him an ideal fit in Arsenal's defensive system. Guehi was close to joining Liverpool on deadline day last summer before the deal collapsed, and interest in the defender has remained strong, with Manchester City also monitoring his situation amid their own defensive injury concerns. Despite competition, Arsenal view the summer as the most realistic pathway to securing his signature, seeing a potential Bosman deal not as a short-term fix but as a major market opportunity. Importantly, sources suggest his arrival would not trigger the exit of any current defenders, instead boosting competition and depth as Arsenal continue to compete across multiple fronts. Guehi would likely challenge Gabriel Magalhaes for the left-sided centre-back role, while William Saliba and Christian Mosquera provide options on the right, as Arteta's wider defensive plan also includes moving Miles Lewis-Skelly back into midfield and allowing Ricardo Calafiori and Piero Hincapié to battle for the left-back position. Arsenal's defensive planning stretches even further, with Newcastle United's Tino Livramento also being monitored as part of a broader effort to future-proof the back line, and with rival interest in Guehi expected to intensify, groundwork is already being laid behind the scenes to avoid a reactive scramble in what could become one of the most competitive free agent races of the window. On the pitch, Arsenal have arrived at Stamford Bridge ahead of their Carabao Cup semi-final first-leg clash against Chelsea, with Arteta expected to rotate heavily as he looks to gain an early advantage in the two-legged tie. Reports suggest up to 8 changes could be made, with Victor Gyökeres tipped to start, Jurrien Timber handed a modified defensive role, and the League Cup viewed as a prime opportunity to finally secure silverware after recent semi-final frustrations, including last season's heavy aggregate defeat to Newcastle and earlier disappointments against PSG and Liverpool. There is renewed optimism within the squad after key players were rested at the weekend, and while fitness issues may slightly limit rotation, Gyökeres is expected to lead the line supported by Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, with a midfield trio of Martin Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and captain Martin Odegaard offering balance, control, and creativity. Defensively, Timber is expected to partner Saliba and Gabriel, with Lewis-Skelly also featuring, while David Raya is set to retain his place despite a rare error last time out, highlighting Arteta's continued trust. Beyond immediate fixtures, Arsenal are also showing strong interest in Rennes centre-back Jérémy Jacquet, one of Ligue 1's standout young defenders this season, with Chelsea and Liverpool also tracking the France under-21 international whose composure, ball progression, and maturity fit Arsenal's long-term vision under Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta. While Rennes are under no pressure to sell and would demand a significant fee, Arsenal remain proactive in succession planning, preferring to integrate elite young talents gradually rather than rushing them into starting roles. That philosophy also extends to youth recruitment, with Blackburn Rovers wonderkid Igor Tyjon emerging as a key target for Arsenal's academy pipeline after rapidly rising through the ranks and making his professional debut at just 16, while Arsenal continue to balance youth development with interest in established emerging stars such as RB Leipzig forward Yankuba Minte, whose explosive Bundesliga form has caught the attention of several Premier League giants despite Leipzig's reluctance to sell mid-season. As the January window remains open until February 2, Arsenal are monitoring opportunities carefully, staying alert without panic, with names like Rodrigo, Arda Güler, Kenan Yildiz, Leon Goretzka, and Rodrigo Mendoza all linked as potential options depending on availability and value, while academy talents Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly continue to attract external interest amid limited first-team minutes. In attack, Borussia Dortmund's Karim Adeyemi has emerged as a major target, with the Bundesliga club reportedly open to selling the 23-year-old for around £60 million, setting up potential competition with Manchester United as Arsenal assess his pace, versatility, and goal threat as tools that could elevate their title push. Meanwhile, reports from Spain suggest Arsenal have submitted a €50 million bid for Real Madrid's Brahim Diaz, a move that has sparked debate inside the Bernabeu given the midfielder's quality, versatility, and limited minutes in an overcrowded squad, even as rumors of a contract extension complicate negotiations. Finally, Arsenal have also held talks over Bayern Munich midfielder Leon Goretzka, whose contract expires at the end of the season, with the Gunners preferring to wait until summer to secure him on a free transfer rather than committing funds in January, reflecting a calm, calculated approach that continues to balance immediate ambition with long-term sustainability as Arsenal position themselves to strike when the right deal emerges. Welcome back to Arsenal Stage News, the ultimate destination for everything Arsenal, bringing you daily updates, breaking transfer stories, tactical discussions, and full match build-up from inside and beyond the Emirates Stadium as the Gunners continue their push for success on all fronts. Mikel Arteta is reportedly stepping up his involvement in transfer planning and has personally urged the Arsenal hierarchy to pursue the signing of Premier League defensive leader Marc Guehi as preparations intensify for a crucial summer transfer window. Arsenal's recruitment policy remains rooted in sustainability and long-term growth, with the club constantly scanning the market for high-quality players who can strengthen the squad without forcing the club into excessive spending. As Arsenal aim to remain competitive at the very top of the Premier League table, the club's decision-makers have been closely monitoring contract situations across English football, viewing free transfers and expiring deals as smart opportunities to add elite-level experience while keeping resources available for other key areas. One of the most appealing situations involves Guehi, who is now in the final 6 months of his Crystal Palace contract, and reports suggest